forget to subscribe, comment, all feedback is welcomed. If this video has helped you, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Okay, so I don't really show you how to get to the starting zone of this quest. The items that you need is a small fishing net, pestle and mortar. So basically the item that grinds up stuff. You'll need a whole bunch of coins. You'll need a ton of coins if you screw up along the way. As well as a steel spear. You'll have to buy that from the Grand Exchange. 2 agility potions. Actually, you only need 1. But if your agility level isn't high enough, you'll need 2. Because you need to give 1 agility potion 4 to one of the guys. You also need a monkey corpse. That's why you need to bring a maple bow and some arrows equipped it to you. Because you cannot kill the monkey without magic or range. We'll need karambwan rum, which you do not have to buy it yet. There will be a part in the video where you have to go and buy it. Because you might have to go to the Grand Exchange between that time or teleport. Because if you teleport with this, you won't be able to keep it no more. We need a tinderbox. You can actually buy the tinderbox throughout the quest. So all you need is logs, unless someone else builds a fire where you are in that general area. So basically you'll just need 1 set of logs. Actually need 2 set of logs. There'll be a part where you can bank later throughout the quest to equip all this stuff. You need to make sure you have the knife, because the knife, you'll need that to cut the banana. You can actually get the rum, the banana, and the knife at the same time in the same area, but you can also just have it equipped it later, which I'll show you in the video here in a few seconds. We'll need Jorg bones, which you can also buy from the Grand Exchange, or kill one of the Jorg throughout the quest. If you don't have a high enough combat level, so just buying it. We can also get the seaweed, which is throughout the quest as well. When I pick it up in the quest, you'll be able to get it from there. And that's pretty much it. So now, once we talk to this guy, you'll see that my inventory has items in it. Make sure you do not have these items in it, because you don't need them. You want to make sure you're carrying an anti-poison pot, because you can get poisoned, and that's like 10 poison damage per second, per 15 seconds or something like that, and I almost died at the end, because I had no poison pot. I had it off the beginning, and then I had to go bank, because you need to fish for 20 of these fish things. Which is kind of stupid, but... So, basically, you go through this. And you gotta figure out which one is which. And I will be back talking when we get to that point. Okay, so as you can see, I only have a knife, the spear, the banana, and the fishing net, the small fishing net in my inventory, plus the pestle and mortar, whatever it's called, and some coins, 10,000 coins, because, well, that's roughly what you'll need for this quest, is about 10,000 coins. So here you can actually buy the tinderbox here. Of course, I forgot that I needed the logs during this quest. So once we get to the next location, I will begin explaining what's going on there as well. So just make sure you have those items at the beginning, and then, yeah, everything should be good. Okay, so now we're at the fishing spot where you need to use your net. You need to fish up to 20, the full inventory. The full inventory here, you need to fish that. So you need to have the full inventory plus those 2 spots, so you can't have anything there. That's why I suggest getting the logs and the tinderbox later throughout the quest, because this is the only part of the quest where you need to have it like this, so that you can get 21 of these fish. Make sure you drop the shrimp as well, because you don't need it, and I kind of do that later. So once we get to the next part, I will continue explaining what's going on there. Okay, so now that we have all the fish, now we need to head back to the guy that we were just talking to earlier throughout the quest, and I kind of show you on the map here where to go. And I will be back when we get to that guy. Okay, so now we're back at the guy here. Now we gotta talk to him, hand him over 20 of the fish. Now what we're gonna do is what, you see, this is why we have an extra 2. Because throughout the quest you might screw up and do something wrong. Also, if you have 65 fishing, you can actually start catching some of the stuff right here, right beside the guy. But since probably no one has 65 fishing on old school RuneScape, well, I almost have 65 fishing, but there's a chance of you burning the item that you need to grind up for the poison thing. So throughout this video, I show you how to go to the Grand Exchange and buy it. You can also buy it off of people that are fishing it, but I highly doubt anyone's fishing it. As well, someone might actually light a fire where you are. Like I said, it's not likely that anyone's here making fires or fishing stuff. So you'll see me do this. He'll hand you a vessel, which I don't know why it took that long for me to click the button. So, okay, here we go. He's handing you the vessel. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, there. So, what you do is you don't eat it, because if you, well, you can't actually eat this one. But if you cook that, you can't eat, you're not supposed to eat it, anyway, because it poisons you. But that's not, okay, so you add the fish to that vessel, you drop it, and then you say a shark ate it, and he'll give you another one, which is empty. You need to keep that one empty. That one needs to be kept empty. Do not fill that with any other fish. It's only later in the quest if you're fishing it and then you lose one. That's fine. It doesn't really matter, since we're not fishing it. But you need to grab the second one for the guy later throughout at the end of the quest. Actually, at the end of the quest, you give the guy the vessel that's empty, and then you take it to the other guy that's across the map to give him a note or some type of thing that shows him how to build them. Okay, wait. So I'll be back in a few seconds here. Okay, so we just like missed a little bit of this here. So you either need 2 logs, the vessels, 1 agility potion, the maple bow with some arrows on your guy. You don't need the small fishing net anymore, I'm pretty sure. And you need the pestle and mortar. You need the coins. You need the Jorg bones, which you should have already had bought at the Grand Exchange, or killed one already, or you can kill one on the way there. Actually, if you have a setup like mine, I have the gear on. You can actually put on food now as well. Buy the Gerarium rum thing there. Grab the banana from the plantation area, like I have in my inventory, and you can also buy a knife from that store there. I'm pretty sure, but you might already have one. And make sure you have the steel spear, because you're going to need that throughout this quest. And I will be back once we get to that area with more information. Alright, so now we're finally at this guy here where you need to give him the vessel with the fish in it. So once we do that, you also need to pick up one of the seaweeds that are around this area here. So be sure to do that before you leave this area. As you can see, it's in my inventory right there. Do not teleport, because if you teleport, you will lose the rum. So that's why I went and did the rum part of the quest first, because even if you burn this fish right here, this food, as you can see, I forgot my tinderbox, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter, because I found a fire that was along the way going back out. But, of course, mine burnt, even though I have 55 cooking, and the requirement for this is 30, so I don't see why mine burnt, but it did. So if yours burns, you have to go to the Grand Exchange and buy the raw version of it, which is kind of stupid. But, whatever. So, yeah. So, I was like, what? Where's my logs? Where's my tinderbox? I forgot it. I forgot my tinderbox. I got all the items and I forgot my tinderbox. So yeah, but I walked back here and then there was a fire here, and then I was like, I have a text up on the screen like, if it gets burnt and not cooked, we need to buy some from another player. So if there's another player there, you can buy it from them, or you have to go to the Grand Exchange and buy the raw version. Don't buy the cooked version, because if you buy it already cooked, it doesn't have the poison part on it. If it says it's cooked, if it is cooked, if you do cook it, grind it up and apply it to the spear. Like if it does get cooked, grind it up, apply it to the spear. And then you can actually go to that, you can actually skip ahead to when I have the other thing. Just make sure you kill a monkey on the way back with your bow and arrow. And I'll probably skip to that point. Actually, I think I do it here as well. Yeah, okay, so we kill a monkey before we leave this area. After this, you can skip to the part where we need to talk to that guy, and I'll have it on screen here as an annotation or whatever, so you guys can skip to it. But if you haven't already, if it burnt, basically just keep following on from here, because I go to the Grand Exchange as well. So, but if it does cook and you do apply it to the spear, just skip to that part of the video, because you'll have to skip to that part of the video and skip back a bit just to get the first part of it down. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Just basically, if you don't want to skip ahead, just follow along from here, because it all syncs up to the same thing anyway. It's just done a little bit differently, and I will be back when we get to that area. Okay, so once we get to this part here, we need to climb up the rocks here. That's why you needed the agility level of, what was it, 15? Actually, if you fail climbing up it, you can actually decrease your agility level. Since I have a high level agility, I didn't need the agility pot. As you see, I bring 2, because you need to give one of them to the guy later. And I think it actually has to be 3, a pot of 3. So, once we get across here, I'll explain more. Now we get to this guy here, And now we need to give him the rum and the banana. That's why I said earlier, if you teleport or go back to the Grand Exchange early, you won't be able to do this part because it'll just like take your rum thing and like make it disappear. And also if you bank the rum, it doesn't bank as rum, so it's kind of stupid. That's why you have to do this part before going back. So now we need to use the knife on the banana. You have to do it this way. You have to do it this is the only way you can do it. You have to use the knife on the banana to make the slices, and then use on rum, and then do not drink it. You have to right click these. You can't left click it. I mean, yeah, you can't left click, you have to right click. So right click use, and then use it on him. And then he'll drink it. And basically he'll go blah 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 blah. And now we need to give him a seaweed sandwich. So now this ties into where we needed that spear. So if you had the poison on the spear already, you will be able to do this part without going back to the Grand Exchange. But I believe I still showed you guys how to get back to the Grand Exchange anyway. But I did show you how to get back to that guy as well, so I'll be back when we get to that part. Alright, so now once we're at this guy here, you already have the poison on the spear like I said before. You can go ahead and give him that and give him the agility pot. And I have it up on text here on screen. So now we need to give him one agility pot, then the spear with the poison added. So if you apply the poison, if you did not, we need to go buy basically we need to go buy that fish that's raw. We need to go buy the raw fish from the Grand Exchange and then cook it so that we can grind the poison, grind that thing and add it to the spear. As you can see, mine burnt, so I couldn't do that. So now we're at the Grand Exchange. Like I said, you gotta search for it. It's K, it's raw cram something bit, and you probably have to buy it for like 800 coins. So that's another 4K right there probably that you're gonna have to spend on this. I bought 5 because watch, you'll see why I bought 5 anyway. Now on this next part, you're gonna want to get a tinderbox and 1 log, because you're gonna need the logs. So here we go. We're cooking the karambwan. As you see, 1 burned again, and 3 cooked. See, I don't understand that. But as you can see, if you eat it, you basically get poisoned. So don't eat it. So now you need to use your pestle and mortar thingamajigger on it, so you get grind poison. It's called Krampus paste or whatever. Apply it to the spear, and that should be all you need. And then go back to that guy again, give him the agility pot and then the spear, and then ask to go on the next hunt with him. And then once he kills that, give him the monkey corpse, and then add the monkey hide with the seaweed, and you should be good to go. Oh yeah, just before doing anything here, if you did screw up earlier and put another fish inside that vessel, you're going to need to drop that vessel and grab another one, so that you can do this later throughout the quest. And of course I screwed up there, so I had to say a shark ate it again to get another one. So once we get to that next part, I'll give more information about that right there on screen. Okay, so hand him the agility pot and the spear. And of course, for some reason I have it all sped up. So just hand him the agility pot and the spear. And then he asked him to go on the hunt and he'll fight it. And of course, I don't know why I have it like times like 90 on that part. So now once we're done that, you talk to him again once he's killed it. And then you give him the monkey corpse. And he'll skin that for you. It'll give you the monkey skin, which then you use that on the seaweed. Or you use the seaweed on the monkey skin. I don't know if it really matters how you do it, but if you do it backwards, like if you don't actually get it skinned, it doesn't work correctly. So you need to actually skin it. And of course, I don't know why it's taking so long to go into the next, like to actually do the actions. It's kind of weird. Okay, so that's the item you'll get, and I'll be back when we get to the next part to give more information on it. Okay, so now we're at this part here. We're back at this guy again. So what we need to do is we need to give him that sandwich. Once that's done, he'll ask for some Jorg bones. So now we need to give him that as well. So if you have enough fire making, you can either burn the bones straight out, or you need to make a fire. So what we'll do is, when we get to that part, I will give more information on that. So what we need to do here is we need to click use bones on tinderbox, and we need to let it burn. You can't actually pick it up right away. You have to wait until they're fully burnt. So once that's done, I'll be back. So once you see on the ground, it will show that they're burnt, and then you take it. Like I said before, you need to make sure you have one of those karambwan thingamajiggers on you, because you need to apply it to the bones. So we'll use that on the bones. Now it says pasty joint bones. And then what we need to do next is we need to make a fire. And now we need to use that on the bones with the fire. So make sure you burn the bones with the tinderbox, apply the paste to the burnt bones, and then make the fire, and then use the bones on the fire, and then give it to him, and then actually hit use, and then give it to him. Give it to him. Do not left click, because if you left click, you will eat it. Yeah. So I don't know why they did that. It's like they almost make you want to screw up. Now give him the vessel. Give him the empty vessel, and he'll give you a thing that will tell you how to make it. Which you'll need to give that to someone else, and I will be back when we do that. Okay, so now we're at this guy again, and we need to give him the manual. I don't know if it's called a manual, but basically it tells him how to craft it. And now we're pretty much done this quest now, because all we need to do is go back to the main quest giver guy, and we're pretty much done. So I'll be back when we do that. Okay, so now we're back at this guy here, and all you need to do is ask him for gold in return. So I'd rather have some gold. That's all you need to ask him for. And then basically follow along here, but do not get attacked by anything, because if you get attacked by something, you'll get poisoned like I did. And they're right inside the village like area there. They just like randomly attack you, and they poisoned me. I almost died. But so basically you want to talk to each one of them, and one of them will give you a rune spear, and I think the other two don't really give you anything. I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure. Just make sure you talk to all three of them, and they'll give you rewards. And that's pretty much it. I think that's it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with more videos, RuneScape guides in the future. Leave a comment down below which type of guide you want to see next. I don't know if I'll do, like, I might start doing some, like, skill guides, or I might even start doing some new Let's Plays for new games or new walkthroughs. So be sure to leave a comment down below if you want to see new walkthroughs for different games. I'm definitely going to be playing Tom Clancy Division, Rainbow Six 3 Siege, and I'll also be playing the new Ghost Recon game as well once that comes out. So I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of new stuff coming to my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be playing Call of Duty anymore, so you won't see Call of Duty on this channel anymore, unless I go back to one of the other Call of Duties, which will probably be Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Ghost, or Black Ops 2. I don't think I'm getting Black Ops 3, and I don't think I'm buying Destiny. So I'm not buying no Destiny games in the future, and I'm not buying any Call of Duty games ever again. So, and it's not because I'm bad at Call of Duty. No, it's just because too many people are recording Call of Duty, too many people are uploading it to YouTube, and I'm just done with Call of Duty in general, because they're changing it. They're changing it to look and feel like Destiny. I shouldn't say feel, because you can't really feel Call of Duty. But they're changing it to look like Destiny, and Destiny was just so off-putting because they didn't bring in the DLC. They ruined the PvP on Destiny. So I'm like, no, I'm not getting Black Ops 3. No. So I'll be getting Division. I think I'll be going back to like Rockstar games like GTA. If they bring out Red Dead Redemption 2, then I'll start playing that, and that game is going to be awesome to play. But Call of Duty, I think Call of Duty's done. I don't think anyone's really going to be wanting to play Black Ops 3. And the past two Call of Duties have been failures. I mean, I have gotten the 10th Prestige in Advanced Warfare, and I have gotten the Max Prestige in Call of Duty Ghost. Like I've been Max Prestige in all the Call of Duties. So it's like, it's not that I'm a bad player or anything, because I'm not. I'm actually pretty good at Call of Duty. It's just they've been changing stuff so much that I just don't want to play it anymore. So as you can see, I teleported there, I almost died. But if you guys have suggestions for me to play some new games, be sure to leave a comment down below, because, you know, it's like, I have no idea what games you guys want to see, so should put that down there.